What if everything you think you know about this region's economy is already outdated? While tourists continue to flood the beaches and investors keep focusing on hotels, resorts, and short-term returns, a far more powerful transformation is quietly unfolding beneath the surface. One that could completely reshape where the real money flows by 2027. And the most surprising part is this: almost nobody is paying attention to it yet. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to Cyprus Real View and turn on notifications, because the opportunities you overlook today might be exactly the ones everyone will be chasing tomorrow. For years, tourism has been the dominant story. It has shaped investment, policy, and perception, creating the illusion that it is the only reliable engine of growth. But the reality is far more complex. Any economy that leans too heavily on a single sector, especially one tied to global travel trends and seasonal demand, faces hidden vulnerabilities. And it's exactly these vulnerabilities that are now driving a quiet but powerful shift toward diversification, resilience, and long-term stability. This shift is not loud, and it's not obvious, but it is happening faster than most people realize. And at its core, three emerging sectors are beginning to redefine the economic landscape in a way that could make traditional tourism look secondary within just a few years. The first transformation is taking place in a sector that many once overlooked: agriculture. For decades, farming was seen as traditional, limited, and often unprofitable compared to other industries. But that perception is now collapsing under the weight of innovation. Technology is entering agriculture at a rapid pace, turning it into a data-driven, high-efficiency system that looks more like a tech industry than a traditional one. Smart irrigation systems are optimizing water usage in a region where resources have always been constrained. Sensors are monitoring soil and crop conditions in real time. And artificial intelligence is helping predict risks before they turn into losses. In some cases, entirely new models such as controlled environment farming are allowing production to continue independently of climate conditions. What this creates is a new type of agricultural operation, one that is precise, scalable, and consistent. And that consistency is exactly what global markets are demanding. This is no longer about producing for local consumption. It is about entering international supply chains with high quality, traceable, and efficiently produced goods. At the same time, infrastructure is slowly adapting to support this evolution. From improved water management systems to digital platforms that connect producers with markets. The result is a quiet but significant transformation of agriculture into a modern, export-oriented, and highly competitive sector. Running parallel to this transformation is another shift that affects every part of the economy: energy. For years, energy has been a point of dependency and uncertainty, shaped by external supply, fluctuating costs, and limited local production. But that dependency is now turning into one of the biggest opportunities available. Sustainable energy, particularly solar, is rapidly moving from an alternative option to a central economic pillar, driven not only by environmental considerations, but by clear financial logic. The cost of solar technology continues to decline, while the need for energy independence continues to grow. Businesses and households alike are beginning to realize that producing their own energy is not just about sustainability. It is about control, predictability, and long-term cost reduction. By 2027, this shift is expected to accelerate toward more decentralized energy systems, where homes, businesses, and even entire communities generate a portion of their own electricity. but the deeper impact lies in the ecosystem this creates. Installation services, maintenance networks, storage solutions, and energy optimization technologies all expand alongside this growth, creating new layers of economic activity that are stable, scalable, and independent of seasonal cycles. Unlike tourism, energy demand is constant, and that makes it one of the most reliable foundations for long-term economic growth. The third transformation is perhaps the most strategic because it connects everything else together. Boutique logistics. While large-scale global logistics hubs dominate headlines, a different model is quietly emerging, one that focuses on specialization, flexibility, and efficiency rather than sheer volume. The region's geographic position has always been an advantage. But instead of competing directly with major shipping centers, the focus is shifting toward high-value, precision-based logistics solutions. This includes temperature-controlled transport for agricultural exports, fast and adaptable delivery systems for growing e-commerce demand, and customized supply chains designed specifically for small and medium-sized businesses that require speed and reliability without the scale of traditional freight networks. This approach allows agility to outperform size, creating a niche that is both competitive and highly valuable. As infrastructure continues to evolve, with improvements in ports, digital tracking systems, and regional trade connections, boutique logistics is becoming more efficient and more capable of supporting high-value industries. And this is where the connection becomes clear. Advanced agriculture requires efficient export channels. Sustainable energy reduces operational costs across logistics networks, and logistics enables both sectors to expand beyond local limitations. Together, they form an interconnected system rather than isolated opportunities. What makes this shift truly significant is its timing. Global uncertainty has forced smaller economies to rethink their strategies and reduce reliance on single-sector growth. Climate pressures are accelerating innovation in both agriculture and energy, while digital transformation is making specialized logistics more viable than ever before. At the same time, a new generation of entrepreneurs is entering the market with a different mindset, focused not on repeating traditional models, but on building systems that are adaptable, technology-driven, and future-oriented. They understand that the most valuable opportunities are often the least visible at the beginning. This creates a unique moment where awareness itself becomes an advantage. Because while most attention remains fixed on tourism, the real structural changes are happening elsewhere, quietly building the next phase of economic growth. The implication is clear. The biggest opportunities are no longer where everyone is looking. They are emerging in sectors that are still underestimated, still evolving, and still open to early movers. Agrotech is transforming agriculture into a scalable, export-driven industry. Sustainable energy is creating a stable and cost-efficient economic foundation, and boutique logistics is enabling the efficient movement of high-value goods in a rapidly changing global market. Together, they represent a shift toward a more resilient, diversified, and future-proof economy. But this window of opportunity will not remain open indefinitely. As these sectors gain more attention, competition will increase, access will become more limited, and the early advantage will begin to disappear. By the time these changes become obvious, the most valuable positions will already be taken. If you want to stay ahead of these hidden trends and understand where the real opportunities are forming before they become mainstream, make sure you subscribe to Cyprus Real View, like this video, and share your perspective in the comments. Because the future of this region's economy is already changing. And the only question that matters is whether you will recognize it in time.